What do you say? What do you hear? My name's Chris. Thank you for joining me. I hope everyone's having a great Memorial Day weekend. And today, I wanted to discuss the situation in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers and what that means for Jordan Love's Superflex value in your dynasty leagues. So if you're like me and you drafted Jordan Love last year in your draft, his value has now skyrocketed. And that's the whole reason why you take a chance on a quarterback like that in your rookie draft. Now, if you drafted Jordan Love last year in your rookie draft in your dynasty league, especially if it's a super flex league, you are monitoring this situation very closely because Jordan Love's value has now quadrupled, because he is likely to get a chance to be the starting quarterback this year. And he does have some physical tools to be an elite type of quarterback. However, he is raw. We don't know if he has the mental game to become a quarterback in the National Football League and to remain the guy in Green Bay. But if you don't believe in Jordan Love and you drafted him, now's a good time to trade him, gain the value on him. Or if you want to roll the dice because he is a boom or bust type of player, you can just keep him and hope that he develops into a top quarterback. Now, I did draft Jordan Love last year in our rookie draft in my Dynasty Superflex league. I knew that this situation could become beneficial to Jordan Love owners down the road. I actually thought it would be a little bit longer, but Aaron Rodgers is unhappy. He wants out. As you see here, I drafted Jordan Love with the second pick or the third pick in the second round in 2020. And I have him at a very reasonable salary because I do dynasty auction leagues. So rookies do get cheaper salaries than the typical free agents you would sign in our free agent auction. So right now, Jordan Love's value has skyrocketed. I can trade him for a lot more than a second round pick right now because there are teams and other managers out there who would love to take a chance that this guy develops. If he develops at this $48 salary, I have a quarterback for a long time in this dynasty league. Just to put that salary in perspective, our salary cap is $1,825. That reflects the NFL's actual salary cap of $182 million. So our salary cap mirrors the NFL cap at all times. That's how our league works. So anyways, his $48 salary is very cheap and his value has now skyrocketed. So the only decision I really have now is, do I want to trade him, cash in on the assets that I have now been able to develop because I drafted him, or do I want to ride with him, hope he becomes a very good quarterback in this league? Because if he does, his value is not just quadrupled, it's gone through the roof. So that is the question. So if you're a Jordan Love holder, yes, I would definitely be excited about what this Aaron Rodgers situation means, because Aaron Rodgers does not seem like he's going to back down from him not wanting to play for the Packers anymore. And I did another video on this, but the Packers should trade Aaron Rodgers. Why should they trade Aaron Rodgers? Trade Aaron Rodgers because he's unhappy, and you can't have your quarterback be unhappy playing for your team. He went out, he proved he still got it, he had an MVP season. The Packers should just take whatever they could get in a trade and move on and give Jordan Love the opportunity that he deserves now as the first round pick. And I believe Jordan Love will be the starter for Green Bay Packers this year. And I'm very excited about that because I have him in my Superflex Dynasty League. And if you don't have him, maybe you should try and consider trading for him. Maybe you can run across an owner who's not really paying attention to this situation closely enough to realize that this guy's going to have a real opportunity to be a quarterback. And I also take into account that the Packers have a good track record with quarterbacks. They've only had 2 in the last 20 plus years. So they're going to give this guy an opportunity. I believe they'll be patient with this guy, and he's going to have an opportunity to succeed at the quarterback level. I don't know if he's good enough. I know he's got tools. I know he's got a huge arm. He can move around in the pocket. He has physical abilities. But let's be real. Being an NFL quarterback's all about what's in here. Tom Brady, greatest quarterback of all time, is the perfect example for that. Tom Brady doesn't have the same talent that guys like Aaron Rodgers have. He can't compete with them, their physical abilities, but he beats them in here. He's got it in here. And that's the thing. We don't know about Jordan Love. So I would simply say, if you're a believer that you think he's good enough to become a really good quarterback, I would say hold on to him, ride with him, and hope that he comes around. And if you don't and you have Jordan Love, because I didn't draft Jordan Love because I believe he's going to be a great quarterback. I didn't know. I know he had some physical abilities. I just knew the situation in Green Bay. I knew that if Rodgers retires or gets cut or traded or whatever, that he was going to get an opportunity to be the starting quarterback. And to me, dynasty football and running your fantasy team is a lot about understanding the situations in the NFL and understanding who's getting an opportunity. That's why I always do pay attention to draft capital, and a lot of fantasy experts will tell you not to. I've heard a lot of them say don't ignore draft capital, but you shouldn't. Draft capital is important. It's how the team has a vision of that player. So yes, they took him in the first round. He's going to be the guy probably this year. So he's a guy you should do your due diligence on and go see if you could trade for him. And if you have him, you could either trade him for a lot more, or you could just run with him and be excited about him possibly becoming a really good NFL quarterback. Now, I watch his highlights. I never watch tape on him. I don't really watch tape. I watch highlights, or if I see a game naturally, I'll pay attention to a player. I don't have the time to watch tape. But what I do know is this guy has physical tools to be a great quarterback. Now it's just about his development. We're hearing good things in camp about him. So let's take a look here. Just a couple articles here. Jordan Love looking better at OTAs. Jordan Love reportedly showing signs of progressing at OTAs. So there's a positive vibe around him. I believe he's going to be the starting quarterback next year for the Packers. This situation sounds like the Packers are not going to be able to mend things with Aaron Rodgers. And frankly, I think the Packers are being stupid and arrogant and not giving Aaron Rodgers the respect he deserves by honoring his wishes and trading him. Say anything you want about the Eagles, but the Eagles did handle that with class with Wentz. They traded him. They moved him. They did not want to trade him. They did not draft Jalen Hurts to be his backup. They drafted him to be the backup, not to take over for Wentz. They're just stupid in the way they understood how Carson Wentz would react from something like that. So hopefully Jalen Hurts is good. That's another story. But Aaron Rodgers deserves to be traded, and they should trade him and cash in and get something for the MVP while they can. But it sounds like they're arrogant. They're going to probably force him to retire for a year. Who knows? Anyways, that's a different story. The point is, Jordan Love is going to get an opportunity this year in your Superflex Dynasty leagues. Or even if you're just in a redraft league, he's a guy who might be a sneaky pick. So if you're in Dynasty, you're a fan of Dynasty, I would say go out, try and get Jordan Love. If you already have him, you can either try and cash in on him now or run with him this year, and it's going to be a fun situation to watch. Anyways, that's all I got for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you later, and have a great weekend.